Imagine boarding a spacecraft, a pressurized metal coffin, bound for a 55 million kilometers journey through space. Behind you is a blue marble full of everyone you've ever loved. Ahead of you, a cold, crimson desert that will become your graveyard, knowing with absolute certainty that you will never set foot on Earth again. For the first humans who travel to Mars, this is the brutal physical reality. It is impossible for a Martian explorer to ever return home. The barrier isn't the distance, it isn't the lack of rockets or fuel, it's your own biology. By the time you touch the red dust, you will no longer be an inhabitant of Earth. You will be a creature of the cosmos, a ghost of the red planet. Welcome to the journey to the Mars. To reach the moon, the Apollo missions took only 3 days. But Mars is a different reality. Because the planets are always moving, you can't fly in a straight line to Mars. You have to follow a long, curved path through the void. This is called the Hohmann transfer orbit, a slow, relentless drift through the vacuum. A one-way trip to the red planet takes between 6 to 9 months of absolute isolation. And once you reach Mars, you can't just turn around and come back. You have to wait for the planets to align again, which takes another 16 months on the Martian surface. By the time you factor in the journey home, a round-trip mission lasts about 3 years. That means an astronaut will spend almost 18 months trapped inside the spacecraft itself. Before they even touch the red dust, the void begins to rewrite their biology, starting a transformation that cannot be undone. The moment you leave Earth's orbit, the disintegration begins. Within the first 60,000 kilometers, you pass the final boundary of Earth's magnetic shield. In this environment, the most basic law of nature is gone. There is no gravity, no sense of floor or ceiling. You exist in a state of perpetual freefall, hurtling through the vacuum. Without the constant crush of gravity, your body undergoes a radical, terrifying transition. For millions of years, human evolution has been sculpted by the relentless pull of Earth. Every cell, every muscle, and every bone in your body is a masterpiece of engineering, designed to fight the weight of a planet. But in the void, that weight is gone. Your biology suddenly decides your skeleton is a useless burden. Your bones begin to dissolve, losing up to 2% of their mass every single month. By the time you reach the red planet, you will have lost nearly 20% of your total bone density in your lower back, pelvis, and femurs. They are literally being reabsorbed by your own system, your body dismantling itself to save energy in an environment it was never meant to inhabit. Your muscles undergo an even more rapid betrayal. Without the resistance of a planet to push against, your calves and thighs, the anti-gravity muscles built for walking, begin to atrophy. In the 9-month journey alone, you will lose up to 25% of your muscle volume. Even your heart, the most vital muscle of all, begins to change. It no longer has to fight to pump blood up to your brain, so it grows lazy. It shrinks, becoming more spherical. In this weightless state, your blood pools in your upper body, tricking your brain into thinking you have too much fluid. Your body responds by dumping nearly 2 liters of water every 72 hours, leaving you chronically dehydrated and your heart dangerously weakened. As you drift through the void, a silent, relentless assault begins. Deep space radiation, a bombardment of galactic cosmic high-energy particles traveling at nearly the speed of light. These are like microscopic bullets that tear through the spaceship and pass straight through your body, snapping your DNA strands. During this 9-month journey, your body will endure the radiation equivalent of 12,000 chest X-rays. This isn't just a risk of cancer, it is a slow, irreversible decay of your cognitive functions. The radiation clouds your vision with cataracts and begins to damage your brain and neural pathways responsible for memory and decision-making. You aren't just losing your physical strength, you are losing the very mind that is supposed to navigate you home. By the time you reach Mars, you are already in a state of advanced accelerated decay. You have the brittle, porous skeleton of a 90-year-old and a heart that has forgotten how to work. Your genetic code is shredded so thoroughly that your body is a map of missing data and broken instructions. Gravity on Mars is only 38% of Earth's. To your weakened body, this feels like a relief, but it is actually a trap. Your body will continue to adapt to this new normal. Your heart will never regain its Earth strength because it doesn't have to. Your bones will remain thin and fragile because the Martian pull isn't strong enough to demand more. Even if you survive the 16 months on the Martian surface, the return journey is your final undoing. For another 9 months, the vacuum continues its work, stripping away what little remains of your physical self. By the time your capsule hits the Earth's atmosphere, you have spent 3 years in the void. Between the transit and the stay, you have lost nearly 30% of your bone density and 40% of your muscle mass. Your heart, now small and weak, has forgotten how to fight the heavy drag of a real planet. The moment the parachutes deploy and the crushing weight of Earth's gravity slams back into your chest, the trap is finally sprung. Your cardiovascular system, optimized for the lightness of Mars, cannot bridge the gap. Your heart, now a thin, spherical muscle, struggles to pump blood to a brain that is already physiologically starved. Your brittle, porous skeleton, now as fragile as glass, groans under the sudden, massive load of your own weight. You don't walk out of the capsule as a hero. You collapse. Your heart fails, your bones fracture, and your body, now a map of missing biological data, finally surrenders. You didn't just visit Mars, you let it rewrite you, and the moment you return, Earth's gravity becomes your executioner. You are a ghost trying to live in a world that is now too heavy for you to survive. And this is why anyone who travels to Mars will never return.